Nikate Advaita Trini Vasa Chapradharani Nikate Advaita Trini Nikate Advaita Trini Vasa Chapradharani Kibhavasti Atim Gaurasan Ratha Kibhavasti Atim Gaurasan Ratha Arati Korana Brahma Adi Devagane Arati Arati Korana Brahma Adi Devagane Banarari Adhikari Ramaradulaya Banarari Adhikari Sandhya Mukunda Vasu Gosadigaya Sandhya Mukunda Vasu Sandhya Mukunda Vasu Gosadigaya Mukunda Vasu Eva Shankar Bhaje Ganta Bhaje Bhaje Karatala Bhaje Eva Shankar Bhaje Ganta Bhaje Bhaje Karatala Amadurami Ganga Bhaje Paramara Saya Madurami Ganga Madurami Ganga Bhaje Paramara Saya Madurami Ganga madhu 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 baje. Shankha baje, Ganta baje, madhu 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 baje. Nitai go, Hari go, Hari go, Hari go, Nitai go, Hari 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 go. Ke Baba ho kote Chandra jene vadana ujala. Ke Baba ho vadana. Ke Baba ho kote Chandra jene vana ujala. Rahu kote Chandra jene vadana ujala. Gala deshe vanamala kore jala mala. Gala deshe vanamala Gala deshe vanamala kore jala mala. Gala deshe vanamala kore jala mala. Shiva Shiva Dutta Narada Preme Kadada Shiva 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 Dutta Narada Preme Kadada Shiva Dutta Narada Preme Kadada Bhakti Vinoda Deke Gaurara Sampada Bhakti Vinoda Deke Bhakti Vinoda Deke Gaurara Sampada Bhakti Vinoda Deke Gaurara Sampada. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gauravasavinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadada Shiva Sadi Gaurabhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadada Shiva Sadi Gaurabhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
His Divine Grace, Srila Boy Charanarvind Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada ki, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki, ISKCON DVT, Founder Charya Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki, Prem Sikaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki, Sri Sri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shamakunda Radha Kunda गिरी गोवर्धन की, श्री वृंदावन मथुरा धाम की, श्री द्वारका धाम की, श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की, श्री नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की, श्री मायापुर चंद्रोदय मंदिर की, गंगामयी जमुनमयी की, तुलसी विभक्ति देवी की, हरि नाम संकीर्तन की, समवेत भक्त वृंद की, ट्रांसलेंट बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की, जय श्री श्री गणेशाय की, जय श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्र देवी की, जय श्री कृष्ण बलराम की, जय श्री गिरि गोवर्धन की, जय श्री श्री राधा माधव की, जय निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and to Sri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj. Lakshmi Nara Hare Lakshmi Nara Hare Lakshmi Nara Hare Lakshmi Nara Hare 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 Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jai Nishade Bhagwan ki, Jai Prahlad Maharaj ki, Jai Nitai Gauda Simanandi. Jai. The little one is not here today.
Somehow I escaped. Actually, we went for Kirtan Mela. Maybe he feels tired running. So I just dropped him home.
Bhaja Hare Manna Sri Nanda Nandana Bhaya Saranara Bindare Bhaja Hare Manna Bhaja Hare Manna Sri Nanda Nandana Bhaya Saranara Bindare Bhaja Hare Manna Sri Nanda Nandana Bhaya Saranara Dulabha Manava Janamasa Sanghe Dulabha Manava Janamasa Sanghe Nitara E Bhava Sindhure Tara E Bhava Tara E Bhava Sindhure Tara E Bhava Bhaja Hure Manna Dinandana Bhaya Saranara Bindare Bhaja Hure Manna Dinandana Bhaya Saranara Bindare Bhaja Hure Manna Vita Atapa Bhatabari Sana Edina Damine tapa vasabari sana edina jamine jagire sita atapa Vipal se vinu kripana durajana Vipal se vinu kripana durajana Japalla sukalabha lagire Japalla sukalabha Japalla sukalabha lagire Japalla sukalabha Bhaja hure nanda Vinandana Ganga Madhaya Karanara Vindare Vinandana Ganga Madhaya Karanara Bhaja hure nanda Vinandana Ganga Madhaya Karanara Vindare Bhaja hure nanda Edhanna jovana putra paridhanna ite kiya se paratitire Edhanna jovana Edhanna jovana putra paridhanna ite kiya se paratitire Edhanna jovana Kamala dala jalla jivanna karamalla Kamala dala jalla jivanna karamalla Pada hari pada nitire Bhaja hari pada nitire Bhaja hare mana dinandana dana mabaya karanara vindare Bhaja hare mana dinandana dana mabaya karanara vindare Ravana kirtana marana bandana sada sevana dasare Ravana kirtana Udana sakhe dana masande vedana Udana sakhe dana masmane vedana Govinda dasa bilasare Govinda dasa Govinda dasa bilasare Govinda dasa Bhaja hare nanda dinandana Mabaya karanara Bhaja hare nanda Jai Sri Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki Jai Jai Gaura Premanande. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jai Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki.
Jai.
So we are reading without a clock from the Madhya Lila of the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. In the beginning, actually first chapter, yes, which is entitled The Later Pastimes of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay, yeah. So last, not yesterday, the day before, I think, we were reading the section where Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami makes reference to the many, many different books written by the Goswamis of Vrindavan. I think altogether, anyone ever count? They teach that in Bhakti Shastri, how many books the Goswamis compiled? Someone should count. Someone should count, actually. I think it's in the hundreds altogether. I mean, just Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur himself, I believe, wrote over 100 books. And therefore he's called the sixth Goswami. So altogether, it would be interesting to have that statistic. You can make a mental note. And, yeah. So here we will be hearing a little bit about some of these transcendental literatures left by the Goswamis. Similar to the writings, in one sense, what Srila Vyasadeva had compiled 5,000 years ago can be compared to what the Goswamis of Vrindavan compiled, in that, in a similar way, Sri Vyasadeva, along with other scholars, sages, they compiled all of the Vedic literatures, and of course summarizing everything in the Vedanta Sutra, the commentary being, of course, the Srimad Bhagavatam, as we know. So, in other words, Srila Vyasadeva gave us the essence in the form of the Bhagavatam, and the Goswamis in Vrindavan further, we could say, elaborated on that by taking or extracting so many references from so many different literatures. and what is the crown jewel of the writings of the Goswamis? Bhakti Shastri. That is one of them, yes. The Sat Sandarbhas of Srila Jiva Goswami. Of course, the Chaitanya Charitamrita, which came shortly afterwards. These are like the crown jewel literatures, and that is why, as Gaudiya Vaishnav devotees, we especially are interested in these four literatures: Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, and the Nectar Devotion. So text 35, I believe, is, yes. Hari Bhakti Vilasa.
Hari Bhakti Vilas.
Ar Bhagavatam Rita. Bolo.
Ara Bhagavatamrita.
Dasamatipani Ara.
Dasamatipani Ara.
Dasamacharita.
Dasamacharita.
Translation. Some of the books compiled by Srila Sanatana Goswami were the Hari Bhakti Vilas, Brihad Bhagavatam Rita, Dasama Tipani, and Dasama Charita. Purport. And it's a bit of a long purport here. In the first wave of the book known as the Bhakti Ratnakar, it is said that Sanatana Goswami understood Srimad Bhagavatam by thorough study and explained it in his commentary known as Vaishnava Toshani. All the knowledge that Sri Sanatana Goswami and Rupa Goswami directly acquired from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was broadcast all over the world by their expert service. Sanatana Goswami gave his Vaishnava Toshani commentary to Srila Jiva Goswami for editing, and Srila Jiva Goswami edited this under the name of Laghu Toshani. Whatever he immediately put down in writing was finished in the year 1476 Shaka, or AD 1554. Srila Jiva Goswami completed the Laghu Toshani in the year Shakabda 1504, AD 1582. This book is studied or referred to in the Bhakti Shastri course. Bhakti Shastri course. They refer to this book.
Which one?
Laghu Toshani.
No.
No, huh?
There are only four books. Bhagavad Gita, the Isopanishad, Nectar of Instruction, Nectar of Devotion.
And Nectar Devotion. Nectar. Yes. Okay, well, maybe in the other courses.
No, Bhakti Vaibhav is only for the
Bhagavatam.
the sixth canto.
Okay, and then the other six.
Yeah, another six is Bhakti Vedanta.
Right.
And Bhakti Sarvabhauma is the Chaitanya
Chaitanya Charitamrita. Okay, but one can make reference to those books, maybe without necessarily studying them in detail. The subject matter of the Hari Bhakti Vilas by Srila Sanatana Goswami was collected by Srila Gopalabhatta Goswami and is known as a Vaishnava Smriti. This Vaishnava Smriti Grantha was finished in 20 chapters known as Vilasas. In the first Vilas, there is a description of how a relationship is established between the spiritual master and the disciple, and mantras are explained. In the second Vilas, the process of initiation is described. In the third Vilas, the methods of Vaishnav behavior are given with emphasis on cleanliness, constant remembrance of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and the chanting of the mantras given by the initiating spiritual master. In the fourth Vilas are descriptions of samskaras, the reformatory method, tilak, the application of 12 tilakas on 12 places of the body, mudras, marks on the body, mala, chanting with beads, and guru puja, the worship of the spiritual master. In the fifth Vilas, one is instructed on how to make a place to sit for meditation, and there are descriptions of breathing exercises. Oh, interesting. This will be good for you. He's doing breathing exercise. Yeah. Meditation and worship of the Shaligram Shila, representation of Lord Vishnu. In the sixth Vilas, the required practices for inviting the transcendental form of the Lord and bathing him are given. In the 12th Vilas, how many Vilases are there?
20. It's mentioned there.
20, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. The 7th, one is instructed how to collect flowers used for the worship of Lord Vishnu. We're collecting flowers, we're probably not doing it the right way. The whole process of collecting tulsi leaves also, yeah. In the 8th Vilas, there's a description of the deity and instructions on how to set up incense, light lamps, make offerings, dance, how to dance, play music, beat the drums. This will be good for your son. What to do and what not to do with the Mridanga, yeah. Garland the deity, offer prayers and obeisances, and counteract offenses. Now that's important, how to counteract offenses. Because we all make offenses. In the 9th Vilas, there are descriptions about collecting tulasi leaves, is here, yes. Offering oblations to forefathers. We have to get this book. Where is this book available?
For the Hari Bhakti Vilas?
This is by this.
For oblation?
No. Okay, this is all in the Hari Bhakti Vilas. Yeah. Okay, yes. It's available in English.
I think so. Yeah, it is translated by Manu Maharaj.
Is it that? Okay. Yeah. Offering oblations to the forefathers according to Vaishnava rituals and offering food. In the 10th Vilas, there are descriptions of the devotees of the Lord, Vaishnavas or saintly persons. In 12th Vilas, there are elaborate descriptions of the glories of the holy name of the Lord. One is instructed on how to chant the holy name of the deity, and there are discussions about offenses committed while chanting the holy name, along with methods of getting relief from such offenses. There are also descriptions of the glories of devotional service and the surrendering process. In the 12th Vilas, Ekadasi is described. In the 13th Vilas, fasting is discussed as well as fasting. This will be good for Gonataraj. As well as observance of the Mahadwadasi ceremony. In the 14th Vilas, different duties of different months are outlined. The 15th Vilas, there are instructions on how to observe Ekadasi fasting without even drinking water. There are also descriptions of branding the body with the symbols of Vishnu. That's something we don't do. They do in the Madhva Sampradaya in Udupi. In Udupi, they put on both sides some symbol. Discussions of Chaturmasya, observations during the rainy season, and discussions of Janmashtami. Parshvai Kadasi, Sravana Dwadasi, Ramnomi, and Vijay Dashami. The 16th Vilas discusses duties to be observed in the month of Kartik, October, November, and the Damodar month, or Urza, when lamps are offered to the deity in the deity room and up and above the temple. There are also descriptions of the Govardhan Puja and Rath Yatra. The 17th Vilas discusses preparations of deity worship, Mahamantra chanting, and the process of japa. In the 18th Vilas, the different forms of Sri Vishnu are described. The 19th Vilas discusses the establishment of the deity and the ritual observed in bathing the deity before installation. The 20th Vilas discusses the construction of temples. Wow. Constructions of temples, referring to those constructed by the great devotees. Nothing mentioned about Varnashram. The details of the Hari Bhakti Vilas Grantha are given by Sri Kaviraj Goswami in his Madhya Leela. Well, that's what we're reading here. This is, okay, yes. Specifically in the Madhya Leela, chapter 24, text 329 to 345. The descriptions given in those verses by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami are actually a description of those portions compiled by Gopala Bhatta Goswami. According to Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, the regulative principles of devotional service compiled by Gopala Bhatta Goswami do not strictly follow our Vaishnava principles. Now that's interesting. One of our Goswamis is not following the Vaishnava principles. We have to look into this. Yeah. Actually, Gopala Bhatta Goswami collected only a summary of the elaborate descriptions of Vaishnava regulative principles from the Hari Bhakti Vilas. It is Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami's opinion, however, that to follow the Hari Bhakti Vilas strictly is to actually follow the Vaishnava rituals in perfect order. But how many are following Hari Bhakti Vilas strictly? Not many, yeah. He claimed, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, that the Smarta Samaj, which is strictly followed by caste brahmanas, has influenced portions that Gopala Bhatta Goswami collected from the original Hari Bhakti Vilas. It is therefore very difficult to find out Vaishnava directions from the book of Gopala Bhatta Goswami. Interesting. It is better to consult the commentary made by Sanatan Goswami himself for the Hari Bhakti Vilas under the name of Darshini Tika. Some say that the same commentary was compiled by Gopinath Puja Adhikari, who was engaged in the service of Sri Radha Ramanaji and who happened to be one of the disciples of Gopala Bhatta Goswami. So, in conclusion to the long purport here, regarding the Brihat Bhagavatamrita, there are two parts, both of which deal with the discharge of devotional service. The first part is an analytical study of devotional service in which there is also a description of different planets, including the earth, the heavenly planets, Brahmaloka, and Vaikuntha-loka, but not in detail, if I recall correctly.
The pastime of Gopakumar.
Traveling.
Yeah,
Right. So he's visiting these different planets, but not in details like in, not describing like the cosmos. Yeah. There are also descriptions of the devotees, including intimate devotees, most intimate devotees, and complete devotees. Okay. There are intimate devotees, most intimate devotees, and then complete devotees. Okay. Second part describes the glories of the spiritual world, known as Goloka Mahatmya Nirupana, as well as the process of renunciation of the material world. It also describes real knowledge, devotional service, the spiritual world, love of Godhead, attainment of life's destination, and the bliss of the world, of the spiritual world. In this way, there are 7 chapters in each part, 14 chapters in all. The Dasa Tipani is a commentary on the 10th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Another name for this commentary is Brihat Vaishnav Toshanitika. In the Bhakti Ratnakar, it is said that the Dasama Tripani was finished in 1476 Shakabda, or 1554. There's BC is before Christ and AD after. So, yeah, we will. Any comment on this? It means that there are many literatures which we'll hear about in the verses to come also. Yeah. Jai Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki, Jai Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki, Jai Nitai Gaura Pimanande. Hari